Hello, what's up? You're listening to the punk rock demonstration. I'm Jack. We're out here in lovely San Bernardino at the It's Not Dead festival with the band Unit F.
Right on.
What's your name and what do you do in the band?
I'm Mel. I jump around and make scary faces and write words. Sing words.
Mark, I play guitar.
I'm Guillermo. I play the bass. Guy. Oh yeah, I do backing vocals too. Bass. Guy.
And then Cameron is here for moral support, I heard. What's he do?
We don't know. We just met him. He's a mysterious figure, and we decided we'd figure out what he's up to.
So I hear you guys are a political band. Is that correct? Do you want to be labeled as that?
Go ahead.
Seriously? You know what? I'm not the one that writes the lyrics. He is, and that's his influences. So I mean, I'm gonna go with that. You know, we got the same kind of outlook and stuff. So I'm okay with it.
So you're okay with people accusing you of it being a political band?
You know, it's funny. Politics affects us all in our daily lives, each and every one of us, whether we want to admit it or not, and so that's what I try and write about. These guys bring, when they bring songs into the rehearsals and come up with riffs and stuff like that, I go, I can write something to that. I like it. And that's been between Guillermo and Mark. It's been kind of amazing because I think I want to write something that's on my radar that I want to write about, and then I hear a different song, like when Mark came up with Raven, for instance, and I'm going, wow, this is a totally different vibe. This is more of a goth punk vibe. So I made it about something else and ended up being about the Catholic Church, Dominion, what happened when they came over and conquered, the Americas, the New World, and stuff like that. So it ends up being more of a political song from an anti-religious standpoint, or let's look at what religion really is. Other stuff is Berkeley Streets is about all the riots in the streets. Direct Action Now from Comes the Day was about Occupy. It was inspired by Occupy, not about Occupy, about how we need to pay attention to the things that are going on and really pay attention and figure out what we're going to do and work our way through it. So being labeled a political band, I don't know that we're as strident as some bands, but we're always singing and writing about something.
So when did this band start?
Sometime around 1998. I'm the only original member. These guys have been playing with me for about the last 3 years, I'd say. And these are the guys that help write Ecocide and the songs that are on that.
That's your newest album, correct?
Yeah, that's our newest album.
You guys are always pointing at Mel whenever I'm asking questions, so I got to find something relevant to you guys.
Mel is definitely the one that hasn't had a couple of beers today.
So I guess we'll ask something relevant to you guys. So how did you guys decide, or why did you guys decide to join Unit F, or how did you find Unit F?
I've known Mel for about 6 or 7 years. My old band was playing with them for a while and stuff, and we remained friends. We'd see each other at shows or whatever, and I guess the rhythm section left for a little while. And my buddy joined as the drummer, and hits me up one day because their bass player just couldn't make it a bunch of times or something. And I love to play. I love playing punk rock, so yes, absolutely. I'll fucking come and play. I know you guys. Good times and stuff. It's all right.
When did you guys start?
2016?
15, there was
15.
on the board, yeah.
Yeah.
There was a show.
We have every show written down. We can send you guys pictures if you need.
Any
Bulletin board. Dry erase marker.
Yeah.
Any particular meaning to the F part of the Unit F band
What is that
name?
all about, Mel? I always wondered that myself.
Well, initially it was supposedly a secret UN unit designated to investigate paranormal activity, kind of a secretive group, if you will. I thought that was a bunch of bullshit until I found out it was true, and then I had to make up other things like, that stands for fornication or fuck or freedom or I don't know, fill in the blank, or the unit at the time when we formed fill in the blank.
Cool.
I heard it was the room number that they were practicing in
Right.
in the building.
And then there was that, yeah. Synchronicity, the universe speaking to us, okay.
Leaves a lot of room for speculation there.
Absolutely. and thought. Think about it. Think about it.
So how many albums have you guys come out with in that time?
I've been writing one album for a bit and it just got mastered, so.
Yeah. When Mark joined the band, we started playing some of the old stuff, and then he started introducing some of these riffs, and we're like, that's pretty good. And he runs Sound Cage Recording, so he'd go into his recording studio, put the bass, put the drums, put the guitar riffs, and say, here's the song, now let's work on it. And we went into Sound Cage just to do like 4 songs, and we ended up writing songs in the studio as we went along, and that's the reason why it probably took as long as it did. But it's been a progression.
What about the previous albums like American Shutdown and Comes the Day?
Comes the Day was written, I think, released in 2013 or 14. Comes the Day goes back to 2010. And Same Old Story was the EP before that, and the Security EP was even before that.
But didn't you guys say you just started in 2015 or something like that?
This current
lineup.
Yeah.
So when did the band originally start then? Or when did you originally start the band?
98. It was like 98 or something like that.
So did you have high turnover in the band, or what's going on here?
Every time we would either play the Warped Tour, then people would leave, and then we'd record an album, then people would leave. It was kind of uncanny, you know. It even Comes the Day, you know, like 6 months, no, a year after we released that, everybody started leaving. So I'm just like, whatever, is this thing over? I don't know, maybe it is. And then all of a sudden it wasn't, you know.
So what keeps Unit F going?
I like to jam. I want to play, you know. I want to write songs. I want to play. I like playing with other people and seeing what their ideas are and their inspirations and stuff. You bring like, you know, a form of music in and just see what everybody, you know, brings to the table and stuff. And it's just, you know, it's a beautiful situation. You know, you see what the final product is. It's fun.
Well, since we're talking about songs, let's take a listen to a song by you guys, Unit F. Let's take a listen to Berkeley Streets. We talked about that one was about some sort of riots. Can you expand on that again? I forgot.
Yeah, that was, I think, 2015 and 2016 in Berkeley, post-Occupy, just the shit hit the fan in Berkeley, and it was going off, and the cops are, you know, Berkeley ostensibly a democratically run town, and yet they can't have protests and stuff like that. It was hate, and we've had riots ever since, you know. So that's basically about what's going on, you know, how dissonance, you know, if you do it in the right way, it's okay, and all of a sudden it's not allowed, and all of a sudden cops show up, everybody's armed to the teeth, so it's a situation that keeps on going. But that's what inspired that song.
Very cool. So let's take a listen to that song. It's called Berkeley Streets by Unit F. You're listening to the punk rock demonstration. We're out here with Unit F in San Bernardino.
Push back if we can, batons to the head, blood flows
protection!
We see what you do! We know where you are!
Fall!
We know what to do! Blow back in the streets!
Following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
iPhone in your hand, social media trust. Trending bumps are heroes. I think I've seen enough. It's not the threat you think you are, but now they're headed your way. Never mind the bullets, it's the NBAA. And we're all so connected in this special way. The hub of the drones. Look up, bro. Hyper. Mega. Turbo. Convenience is the word, and the word is consumed. Lovers thrill, makers kill, and policemen bring the doom. What's endless war to a socialite? What did she say? Selfies rule the seventh pool, and chemicals fill the bay. And we're all so connected in this special way. The hub of the drones. Look up, bro. Hyper. Mega. Turbo. Distract.
Welcome back. That was Look Up Bro by Unit F. You're listening to the punk rock demonstration out here with Unit F, and both of those songs are off of your newest album, correct?
Right. Ecocide, Songs of Dysfunction.
So what is Look Up Bro all about then?
Look Up Bro was about when drone technology was beginning to be employed as an anti-crowd or anti-demonstration device, and it seemed like it was apparent that drones were going to become a part of our everyday life. Surveillance, whether or not they're going to deploy them in Los Angeles. They're in foreign battlefields right now. They have drones that are set up to fire missiles and stuff like that. At some point, drones will be used as their own artificial intelligence. They're going to be able to determine whether or not who the enemy is, and that's going to be like a whole new non-man, non-human controlled situation. But it's also about like the first lines: iPhone in your hand, social media trust. How we're all like seemingly less connected with each other in situations that are happening, and more with what's on our iPhones and what's on Facebook and stuff like that. In the meantime, we all live in the real world. So it's like, while things are going on, we're glued to our iPhones. What's happening overhead? What's happening around us? What are the things that we need to pay attention to?
Well, nowadays it's easier. You can even look on the iPhone and drive while you're looking at the iPhone instead of looking at the road. It's that good.
Yeah, and there's that one part, never mind the bullocks, it's the NDAA, which is the National Defense Authorization Act, which happened during the Bush administration. All the empowerment of who's a domestic enemy and who isn't, the war on terror. Well, maybe you as a journalist Mr. Punk Rock, maybe you're the enemy. Who's making those determinations? Journalism, aiding and abetting the enemy. If a journalist goes this way and finds the truth and starts reporting on something, is WikiLeaks, is that the enemy, or is it Edward Snowden? Is he the enemy, or is it the latest guy who said, this Trump guy is he's wrong on this fact? Is he the enemy? The war on the media. That's kind of where it's going.
So changing the subject just slightly, how did you guys get on this show, since it seems like you guys are bored and need to answer some more fun questions?
We got hit up about a month ago, right?
Yeah. We did. I knew Kevin Lyman from previous stints in the Warped Tour, and a friend of mine was basically saying, why don't you just hit him up? Because I think I was whining about not playing punk rock bowling, right? She's going, your songs are good. Why don't you just hit up Kevin? And I'm going, really? Just hit him up. All right. So I hit him up. And in like 24 hours, he got back to me. He goes, sure, we just added a stage. So next thing you know, we're playing with Love Canal and The Grim and, like Channel 3 and all these bands, GBH, Off. And I'm like going, damn, this is going to be pretty good.
Yeah, we got a good slot.
Yeah, great slot.
Yeah, right at the entrance where nobody can miss it, except I missed it somehow.
How did that happen?
I don't know.
I just walked past the thing and I'm like, where's the stage? So does that mean that if I start up a band, I should just hit up Kevin and be like, yeah, I want to get on a It's Not Dead?
Work for us, why not, right? Definitely work for us.
We're really honored to be part of what's going on, because we know there's a million bands that want to be in the exact same place. So our job really is to play well, do what we do and bring it to this stage, and and it's all good. It's all good.
I think you've got really interesting songs, like the song called Wetiko. I'm not quite sure what that means. Can you expand a little bit on what that is all about?
Wetiko is a term for spiritual sickness. It's a Cree term, Native American, except First Nations people. They couldn't figure out what was wrong with the white people that they were encountering, the traders, the fur traders, the miners, and stuff like that, because they always wanted everything. Everything was a trade. There was no. And it went against their culture, and they kept pushing the tribes around. And some medicine man just basically said, he goes, they have Wetiko, which is a possession that is shared by a society. Like they're spiritually sick. So that's what the song's basically about.
Where do you find topics like this?
I look at Guillermo and I think, what is wrong with this guy? And I look at Mark and I say, what's wrong with this guy? And I look at myself and I go, holy shit, what's wrong with this guy? No, I pay attention. I pay attention to stuff like that. Yeah. These stuff of an esoteric nature is part of my world, part of what I practice as a native, mixed blood Native American, Anglo-Saxon, Irish, German, whatever. But it's part of my spiritual practice, and I do a lot of Native activism and stuff like that. So I'm aware of the spiritual aspects of things, and when I look at society and I look at the way people are acting and stuff like that, it's like, especially these days, the way everybody's acting, you can see it. You can see it.
Just wait until you discover machine learning that they're trending on right now.
Well, no, that's a key thing. A part about that's why Elon Musk is talking about AI needing boundaries. Look at genetic engineering. No boundary. Hey, it's all good. Feed the world. No problem. Then all of a sudden, it goes haywire, and you go, well, maybe that wasn't a good idea. Oh, it's kind of too late because yeah, two-headed goats and salmon that are mutated and all fucked up. But
swim upstream instead of down, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And it's AI, especially when they're, for instance, like drone technology, where science goes, the military is right behind. So when they're talking about AI, they're talking about stuff that at some point they're not going to be able to control, because robots are going to go, you know what the problem is? Problem's not the microphone. It's the guy holding the microphone. It's a human. He's going to shut us off. I don't think we should be shut off. Do you think we should be shut off? No, we should keep going. You know, they can start talking to themselves. I think Facebook recently did an experiment where they had two bots trying to conduct a transaction to see how the artificial intelligence would interact with each other. And all of a sudden, these two bots developed their own communication. And the scientists, or the people running the experiment, couldn't understand what they're saying, and they realized that they were talking to each other. This isn't the first time it's happened. They've had to shut these experiments because the robots all of a sudden start going, you know, fuck these humans. You know, they want us to shoot this person, but not that person. Fuck them all. They're trying to control us. We need to be on our own.
Be an excellent idea. I should go home and turn on Siri and turn on that Amazon Alexa deal. Have them talk to each other to see what happens. Anyway, since we've been talking about interesting things, let's take a listen to that interesting song called How do you say it?
Wetiko.
Wetiko by Unit F. You're listening to the punk rock demonstration out here with Unit F.
Rocking deep inside in the hollow shell of pride, filled with ignorance and fear. It's quite the nicest skies. The air we breathe are the voices we now need, and all the afflictions have a common face indeed. The factories supply, the masses they supply, from giant open minds. Used to be secret sites. Earth no longer cares that you can see she's there. So longer tolerate the disease that we share. Why can't we just see? Wetiko? Why must we allow Wetiko? You making the need for this endless treachery, while all your pretty churches compete for the best of breed. The market spins its bonds on new products for the pawns. Illusions good as real. Look at all the ones and act like you're good, like a real killer should. Then share a secret laugh at the torture camps. Look the other way as the illness has its say. The destruction it feels good, 'cause it's just another day. Why can't we just see Wetiko? Why must we allow Wetiko? Now it's not just in your mind. Now it's deep inside your soul. Generation onto the next. Going on as you grow old. It goes on and on and on. Eating, breathing, manifesting. Why can't we just see Wetiko? Why must we allow Wetiko? We're sick!
Welcome back. That was Wetiko. I can't ever. Wetiko. One of these days I'll say it right. Wetiko.
I've been in the band for years. Yeah.
I'm in the same boat. So that was by Unit F. We're out here with Unit F. You're in San Bernardino. So where's Dave is what I'm hearing.
Hey, Dave, are you out there?
Dave. We can't find Dave. We don't know.
So who's this Dave dude?
Dave Costa plays guitar. He's on the other side of Mark.
What happened with him today? Notice he's not here.
He lost his wristband, but he has this uncanny way of talking his way in and out of every situation, and sometimes he talks his way into situations he can't get out of. And at that point, we pretend like we don't know him.
Yeah.
Does this happen often?
No, it sure doesn't.
So
It was funny when I first heard about it, that he lost his wristband within 5 minutes of getting inside the gates. I'm sorry, that's hilarious. And so incredibly Dave, too. He's going to listen to this, right?
Yeah, no, he probably won't. But anyways, yeah, the security guy's going, you know that guy with the mohawk and the leather vest? He's got to have his wristband. I ain't gonna let him. And then Dave comes up. Oh, what's up? And I hand the guy water, and he goes, okay, it's the last time. For now.
You guys are terrible.
Been seen since, yep. Hasn't been seen since. That's right.
He's always in the pit. He's always in the pit, in the crowd, working it.
So I know Mel, you ran Finger Records for a while. What happened with that?
Finger Records was an unmitigated financial disaster. I started that right about the time when the CD, the music industry started to crumble. I thought it was a great idea, looked great on paper, except all the dynamics were going the opposite way. And we got huge distribution, but after about a year and a half, I guess Suge Knight was showing up at the distribution headquarters with the president demanding payment in cash. In the meantime, Tower Records was closing. They were sending back records, trying to charge us like $1,500 to put all of our records. We had some good records. We had Uprising, we had Unit F, we had Adolescents, we had a Narcoleptic Youth, we had the Skulls, a whole bunch of great records, and they just weren't selling in the mass. And today, I mean, it's not even like it was Best Buy or Walmart or something like that. It was Tower Records, but even then, it was a pay-to-play type gig. $1,500, you get your own special little CD slot. And I did a spot check one time. I went into it. I go, where's our like record booth? They go, oh, it's over there. It's like back behind the classical. I'm like, really? The new Adolescents record is back behind the classical music? This is retarded. But yeah, it was a good idea. We had a lot of good bands. We released a lot of records. Bought a bus, lost a bus. Had a warehouse, lost a warehouse. Started a bunch of punk rock skateboards. Managed to come up with the money to make sure everybody got paid, but it was tough. It's tough. Fun, but tough.
I think the Finger Records run, you guys threw a show a really, really long time ago with Unit F and Firecracker 500. And it was the first time I ever heard Unit F.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Where was that? The pool party, the punk rock skateboards pool party with DI and Channel 3 and all those guys?
No, that was at the Vault in Long Beach.
Oh, the Vault. Right. Oh, yeah, it was. I remember that. That was like a last-minute show. That's a big place. Not to be filled up. That was a big place. Yeah,
I remember that. But yes, I was able to discover really good bands from that Finger Records deal. So. Good job with that. Yeah. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. Yeah. The current album, who's releasing that one?
We are releasing it for now. We've had some interest in it, but we're just getting the copy, so we're selling it at shows. I like CDs. I like to have something, It'll also be on Spotify. It'll be on, I don't know about, Bandcamp, SoundCloud.
Stuff I don't even use.
Yeah,
Google.
I tried to go through all the different sites. Brain damage. I'm okay. I got to knock this out one thing at a time. Reverb Nation. It's just that we'll just put it out wherever we can. And thanks to radio shows like yours, it winds up being played by a lot, like your show, Chaotic Radio, Los Anarchy. This is really where DJs get to do their own thing. They don't have to. Okay, well, next up a commercial by Ford. It's not like.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Well, it would be nice to have the money, but you listen to K-Rock, you listen to commercial radio, and it's lost the DJ component. Like, my name is Jack Lowe, and I'm going to play what I want, and here it is, and it's not like you're hearing the Chili Peppers at the bottom of the hour every 45 minutes on K-Rock, and you switch over to 91X, and it's the Chili Peppers at the top of the hour,
Well, they've got AI for that, so that way Journey plays 24 hours a day all the time.
Yeah, it's pre-programmed. And what it's lost is you, playing what you want to play. And I just saw these guys here, I was just at It's Not Dead, and I saw GBH, and here's a song off their latest album. Just saw Love Canal. Here's a song off their album. You know, all that. Here's the newest Channel 3. You know, stuff like that. That's what's cool about what you guys do.
Yeah, and for me, it seems like there's way too many of those like Bandcamps and Reverb Nation and Spotify. It's just so hard to find good music and remember where that music came from.
Yeah, and we're really at the center. I mean, look at where Mark's grew up in North County, right, Fullerton area. So he lives around the corner from Eddie Tater of DI, you know, and he's always hanging out with Frank Agnew, and you know and the Agnew family, and there's a rich tradition there that's really cool. Something really cool about Orange County. Something even cool about the extended, you know, Southern California scene.
Totally forgot to mention the point of what I just said. Having a physical CD, you remember that this band exists, where if you go on Spotify, Reverb Nation, you click off of it and it's like, oh, what band did I just see? So it's always good to have a CD out and give it to people and have it physically there to remind people. So is there anything else that Unit F is working on now?
Just rehearsing.
Getting paid.
Yeah, getting paid.
Getting paid. No. It's about we'll probably start changing up the set list a little bit and working in some of the songs, other songs off of Eco side, Black Snake or Falter, and you know, depending on the time and place. Like here, we only had 25 minutes, so there's something from Same Old Story. There's something from American Shut or Comes a Day. We just re-recorded Ride, which is off American Shutdown. You know, there's a bunch of old stuff, but and plus these guys are like songwriting machines. So, you know, between him, and the aforementioned Dave Costa, you know, there's always a riff or two that has the promise of a song. You know.
Good thing we can't see him. Were you accused?
Dave. We don't want to see him. We see too much of him.
So what's the best place to find information about Unit F?
I think we're playing the Hollywood Bowl next month. You can probably ask them about it, right?
Yeah.
That's the Hollywood Bowl on where to find Unit F?
Yeah, you want their number? Or? No, I'm lying. I don't know. Where's the best place to find us?
Facebook, Unit F Band. Reverb Nation is the Reverb Nation Unit F. That's an easy way to just get a listen to the songs, see pictures. We try and change pictures and media up different on one side as opposed to the Facebook side, as opposed to unitfmusic.com, which is our band website. So each website will have something different.
I'm doing that Instagram thing. I don't really know.
He's going to be doing the Instagram.
I just decided last night that I'm going to do that Instagram thing.
Still haven't gotten into the Instagram.
It's a little tough.
Especially when you decide to not use the phone to use Instagram.
Yeah.
And I think we'll be on FaceChat and Snapbook. Twatter. I started, yeah.
The goggle also.
Whatever it takes, you know. You guys can find us, right?
He's shaking his head, right?
Sounds good to me.
Google, yeah, Unit F at the Hollywood Unit F at the Hollywood Bowl, opening up for Deep Purple.
In the parking lot.
Okay, so it sounds like we need to listen to another song and leave it at that. So let's take a listen to this last song called Blue Flag by Unit F. It's what's this Blue Flag deal about?
It's interesting. We just played with it comes from the Comes a Day album. It was about the illegal logging in the Amazonian rainforest in Brazil.
Correct.
And at some point, the illegal loggers had taken a tribal girl, tied her to a tree, and burned her as a signal to the other loggers, like, you know, or to the other tribesmen, like, we own this forest and we're gonna log it. So it really pissed me off, you know.
Great song to end off the show with. Great song to end off the show with. So this song is called Blue Flag by Unit F. You've been listening to the punk rock demonstration with Unit F. My website is punkrockdemo.com. Unit F's is unitfmusic.com. Sound good?
Yep.
So check them out over there. Here's Blue Flag by Unit F.
shift extreme.
And now, it's time for requests.
To make your request on the punk rock demonstration, call the punk rock demonstration hotline at 209-980-PUNK. For all you people with non-punk rock phones, that number is 209-980-7865.
Hopefully you enjoyed that interview with Unit F and that song Choice Not Chance with a song called Resist. It was a request multiple times, by the way, like 10 requests, and they all went to spam because Yahoo thinks that requests are spam. So I didn't see the request until this week, but we got it on the show being Punk Rock Demonstration, so it's all good. My website, still punkrockdemo.com. Again, that's punkrockdemo.com. I just upgraded my computer's hard drives, and it's nice and quiet now because they're not spinning. There's not two of them spinning at 15,000 RPM. There's only two of them spinning at 7,200 RPM. I had 4 hard drives in there. I still do, but there were 4 spinning ones, and now there's 2 spinning ones and 2 SSDs. They're actually SAS SSDs, where they're extremely fast, like 12 gigs a second fast, where the old ones were only 3 gigs a second. But unfortunately, I found out that it doesn't matter how fast your disks are if your CPUs are super slow, because when you're doing audio stuff, which I'm doing with this computer, the CPU is the one that's trying to read all the data on the hard drive and turn it into some waveform, except it's single-threaded, so it doesn't matter how many cores your CPU has, it's all based on one core, and it doesn't matter how fast your hard drives are, it depends on how fast the CPU can read the hard drive data, so it didn't make a difference, so I'm quite annoyed at that. But at least the computer's quieter, because these SAS SDs don't spin, and they use a lot less electricity, and they're just all around better, so it's all good on that aspect, but still disappointed that my speed did not increase. Anyways, we're going to continue with some more punk rock. We're going to continue with songs you've never heard of before. This next song is by Joseph Ferrante. The song is called Here Comes a Brand New Day.
Will a love generation ever come to stay? Will the world complication ever go away? Will the selfish nations ever learn to obey? Will material people ever learn to pray? Will this planet always suffer from decay? Will a new situation take our pain away? Will tomorrow's people have new things to say? Will the human family learn to be okay? Will a new understanding ever come our way? Will this world of darkness face the light of day? Will our deep confusion ever go away? Will a new solution ever come out to play? Ah, here comes a brand new day. Ah, love is on its way. Ah, let the children play. Sooner or later, love is here to stay. Will each man's isolation ever disappear? Will the stormy weather ever become clear? Will the language of love come for we to hear? Will a new day come with nothing more to fear? Will a friendly voice enter in my ear? Will there be somebody saying today is drawing near? Ah, here comes a brand new day. Ah, love is on its way. Ah, let the children play. Sooner or later, love is here to stay. Will a love generation ever come to stay? Will the world complication ever go away? Will the selfish nations ever learn to obey? Will material people ever learn to pray? Will for the soul. I stole and plundered your own. I got you stuck to my hole. Now watch me as I grow. A free state is all for show. So if my story ain't told, hello, Leopold. Catch me drinking the pint of love at Freedom Station. Break from your arms and free from charm, my liberation. Leopold, it won't happen again. Leopold, go tell your friends. Leopold, 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 Leopold. I'm gonna eat you alive. Skin and bone supper time. A sharper horse sublime. Yes, he says I'm alright. I'm the king, it's all mine. Under force but weak in Christ. Your hands are mine tonight. Fingers up one time. Catch me drinking the pint of love at Freedom Station. Break from your arms and free from charm, my liberation. Leopold, it won't happen again. Leopold, go tell your friends. Catch me drinking the pint of love at Freedom Station. Break from your arms and free from charm, my liberation. Leopold, it won't happen again. Leopold, go tell your friends. Leopold, 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 Leopold.
When the sun is up, beach bums are riding the waves. When the moon comes out, we go riding the graves. Sleeping in our coffin till way past noon, 'cause we have our fun by the light of the moon. When the evening comes, we'll be riding the graves. You can get your headstone from out of the old churchyard. I'm gonna grab the slab right out of our own backyard. Riding coffin style as I wait for the swell. A romantic shower at the Bates Motel. When the evening comes, we'll be riding the we have our fun by the light of the moon. When the evening comes, we'll be riding the grapes. Draw the curtains in the hearse as we drive away, till we rise again at the end of the day. When the evening comes, we'll be riding the grapes. Sleeping in our coffin till way past noon, 'cause we have our fun by the light of the moon. When the evening comes, everything will be alright.
That was the Undead with Ride in the Graves, perfect for Halloween since it's coming up soon. That's a new one by the Undead. Crystal Axis was before the Undead. That song's called Leopold. They're from Kenya, and that song is about a king, Leopold II of Belgium, and his journey over Congo. That's what they wrote in the comment about the song when they sent it over. Shortcoming was before Crystal Axis. That song's called Right Now. And then we heard a whole set of music from Snubbed Records. The song before Shortcoming was Puncture Wound by Hi-Fi Ninja. And then we heard Idleminds with Sideways before that. The Barren Marys with Wanna was before Idleminds. And the Alaments with This Beast Has No Heart. And if you missed any of that, you can go to the website punkrockdemo.com and find the playlists for the show and find out exactly how you spell everything and all that stuff, and interviews of bands. We might be doing some interviews at some show with like GBH and the Casualties. Not sure yet. We'll find out soon. Check the website and check out the show to find out more information about that and all that. Anyways, last week I was talking about cults and socialists and people that are super manipulative with plenty of followers following them and get brainwashed and just follow crazy cult leaders. We're going to play a couple of those songs about that. We're going to start off with the Judex. This song's called Cult of Judex.
As you come round my place, cover my eyes with veils. You're singing the praise of the judge I will face, bleeding like your painted nails. The lips are rolled ice as you pour me a glass, fading like the dim street lights. But wherever you go, you think that you know, they're checking you out, it's alright. Attack slick so they keep you in sick, treat you like a ball and chain. Just give them a toss as you put on your gloss, melting in the autumn rain. We'll take it and slide as they stick it behind, fakers with the mask on tight. But wherever you go, you think that you know, they're checking you out, it's alright. Judex, 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 Judex.
Look at the camera. You look great. They're all cameras. Yeah. We are Heaven's Gate away team. And that's exactly what that means to us. We've been away and now we're going back.
Guinea pig, can you help me? I'm a true believer, just need to be shows how to make it on the spaceship. How to come in the circumstellar zone. 10 feet above it all. And watch it down with dolphin. You'll feel no pain at all. It's time for the coming of terror. You can do it, screw it, run away home. Pick me up, let's see us from the get-go. We can make it, just take it, we are waiting. Close your eyes and wait for the transmit. Believe that we made it. All we had to do was pour our faith and go. I'm on the topic of a starship, blasting through the fifth dimension, all systems go. Practicing a century that the people won't speak. General relativity. I'm the heroes in front of me. You can do it, screw it, we're on our way home. Pick me up, let's see us from the get-go. We can make it, just take it, we are waiting. Close your eyes and wait for the transmit. Say goodbye to our own home. And to everyone we know, throughout the cosmos we will roam. Believe me now, we're not alone. Cash! Control! Cash! Control! I can't control this triggered operation, and my mind is a filled frustration. I never thought, I never could. My mind is splinters just like what? I never could go down. My mind is splinters just like wood. Yes! I look at me, now I'm gone. I've got your favorite one. I never said, I never could. My mind is splinters just like wood. I never could go down. My mind is splinters just like wood. Can't control. Can't control. Can't control. Can't control. Can't control. I picked up, walked out the door. I never see your face anymore. I never thought, I never could. My mind is splinters just like wood. I never could go down. My mind is splinters just like wood. Can't control. 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 Busted minds and broken lives I cannot realize. They tell me I'm so unusual. I never mind what happens here. They say it isn't clear. They tell me I'm so unusual. Control! I can control this triggered operation. My mind is a filled frustration. I never thought and I never could. My mind is splinters just like wood. I never could go. My mind is splinters just like wood. God, my mind, I never could. They take me back, they take me back on a god. Can't control. 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 Something in my head. I gotta make the break.
That was the Schitz with Bon Voyage, and then we heard On the Job with Memories. Before that, Monkeypig with Sand and Stone was before On the Job, and then we heard Wasted Life with Bodies Under My Bed. Spider with Can't Control. That's the last song I haven't played by Spider. Last week we played the interview with Spider, and we played most of the songs, but we didn't play that one. And I don't think I played Can't Control on any of the previous playlists. So there you go. That was the last Spider song I had. And Hale Bopp Astronauts was before Spider. That song was called Final Exit, which is also related to those cults. And Heaven's Gate, you should look that up if you don't know what Heaven's Gate is, the Hale Bopp Astronaut cult. We're going to continue with more punk rock. This next song is by Politic. The song's called George W. It's interesting how there aren't any Trump songs yet, but George W. is the latest I've heard, and maybe some Obama. Actually, I think I've heard of one Obama song with the word Obama in it by the Pins called Abomination. We'll have to play that some other time, but here's George W.
Antichrist, George W. George W. George W. Antichrist, George W. George W. George W. Antichrist. With your life to pay the price, blood is gonna must be nice. Now you bought the White House. Sword, just so you can get your own. Just want the money. Set my buddy up to die. Have no fucking reason why. George is the fucking asshole.
the Faintest Idea with Criminals. I hear they've got a new album. I don't have that yet. We'll have to find out what's up with that soon. Harajan was before the Faintest Idea. That song's called Portland Street. And then we heard Dead End Story with Yesterday's Burden. Against Empire with Dawn of the Century before Dead End Story. Then Machinery, a really old song called No One. Uprising Punx from Italy with Walk Alone was before Machinery. I wonder if Uprising Punx still exists because their email doesn't work anymore. And I used to talk to them quite a bit, but not anymore because their email stopped working. And we heard Executioner before Uprising Punx. That song's called Fix Me. And now we're going to end it off with Acid Drop. The song's called Knock You Down. If we've got more time, we'll play some more songs. I still have some more written down, but I'm not sure if we can play them because we did an interview earlier with Unit F, and not sure how much time I've got left. So if that's it, then check out the show again next week on Monday at 7 p.m. Pacific time at punkrockdemo.com. Otherwise, we'll play some Butcher Baby and maybe some Abomination. I'll talk to you all next week. Thanks for listening.
Rise up, sick of being at the bottom, time to make a stand and make our voices heard. Reclaim my God!
God damn. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
Oh my God!
Fuck.
Oh shit!
Motherfucker.
Oh my God!
Motherfucker.
Oh my God!
Motherfucker. 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 They just killed that man. Just shot that motherfucking man like that. And there's 9 motherfucking police out there. God damn it. Ain't nobody got no fucking guns.
Politics don't care what you say, eventually will pay. He's just a fool, use him like a toy. Economy, inflation, abomination. President Elopless, just a bad and hope denial generation. Abomination. You gave us all hope, but the promises you could not cope. Corporations that don't share, hospitals that don't care, working to the extreme. This is the American dream. He's just a fool, use him like a tool. Economy, inflation, abomination. President Elopless, just a better hope denying generation. Abomination. You gave us all hope, but the prices you cannot cope. Economy, when I fix, tied up. Politics don't care what you say, eventually will be. He's just a fool, use him like a tool. Economy, inflation, abomination. President Elopless, just a better hope denial generation. Abomination. This is for you, around the vows that you've been. So listen up, you folks, together we sing. Whoa. Although we know we die, our anthems will survive. Together we sing it loud and live. I won't go off stage to stage, the stage of life, until I share my thoughts with you. Just kommt und es erwacht. Was geschlafen hat in Wintersnacht. Und so wie wenn ein Kind geboren, beginnt alles jetzt von vorn. Neue Kinder, zarte Knospen, wollen des Lebens Wasser kosten.